Hi everyone, my name is Avneet Arora and today we have a privilege to host someone whose journey challenges one of the biggest myths in our industry. That you have to be in a city like Mumbai or Delhi if you want to build a world-class financial services institution. We have Mr. Ram, who is a founder and CEO of Trustner Group with us. What fascinates me while looking at his journey is how he has evolved from being a corporate employee, moving to an entrepreneurial role, and then finally setting up an institute with 100 and plus team members. Today, we are not going to talk only about his success. We are also going to talk about his decision-making process, his mistakes, his hiring, retaining the talent, and so forth. So welcome Mr. Ram to COFP annual retreat. It's a privilege to have you here today with us.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Most entrepreneurs believe that the success in wealth management lies in bigger cities like Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore. So my first question to you, Mr. Ram, is why Guwahati? How did you choose that place in the first place?
Thank you, Avneet, for asking me that question. Initially, when I started, this was also in my mind, if I have to start something big and do good, I need to be in bigger cities, which every advisor think about. But that myth has been broken because if you look at most of the entrepreneur, big business persons and all, they've come, means cities and other things, they give you infrastructure and others, but it's ultimately how we think. And when I started from Guwahati, the beauty was that I was not having that kind of competition, which people in Mumbai, Delhi, and all these places, they have got the competition because benchmarks are quite on the higher side. For me, even though I started from Guwahati, but thinking my friend circle and other things were up to that level where I was thinking if I can give my clients the service level of Delhi, Mumbai, and other places, miracles can happen. So with that mindset, I started. Even though I belong to that place, say Guwahati, Northeast, people think if someone is from that city, service quality will be different. But we invested a lot while going for these distribution services and others. I have got the help of COFP, Network and other various platforms are there. And if you look at this part, I am one of the few distributors from Northeast who has traveled a lot to across India, wherever training programs and all these things are happening. So I am part of those groups, learning a lot, investing in these things has helped me. And through that, in last 12 years, we have created a niche in our market segment. And that's where we can see if I would have been working in other cities compared to Guwahati, I've got better advantage.
That's very interesting actually. Most of us, I'm not sure how many of us has really visited Northeast as such, the overall region. Could you also elaborate on the clients who are from Northeast? How are they different, if they are, in terms of their behavior or expectations, in terms of their awareness of the financial instruments and the products? How is it different from, let's say, a Tier 1 city like Mumbai or any other Tier 1 city?
It's in Northeast, if you see, I am not talking about only Guwahati part, because when we talk about Guwahati, Guwahati is the gateway of Northeast. So once you are in Guwahati, you get a bigger market. So if I look at the people of Northeast, there the trust factor is more important. The kind of knowledge and other things or drilling happens in Mumbai, or if you go to Gujarat and other places, people are more technically sound. They ask lots of questions and other things. But people in Northeast or Guwahati specifically, they trust you. If the trust factor is there, they will try to be with you. But trust has to be there. Means something when they are giving you hard-earned money, they will look at you whether you are trustworthy or not. With facts and figures, lot many things can be sold. I have seen, but the trust that goes beyond investing. We talk about. If you come to our office, we have put a very big thing in a prominent place where we have written it down, relationship that goes beyond investing. So we talk about relationship. The moment that trust is there, we get good business, and people starts, because everywhere when they are giving you hard money, and they will look at whether you are professional or not, whether you will be doing justice with that money or not. So if they feel it, na, you get the business. And it's luckily that I started from a place where trust was on the higher side. Luckily we have got the name also Trustner, so which denotes what kind of business we do. And with that trust vector, we are getting business everywhere. It's not we are limited only to Guwahati now. We have got clients in Bangalore. We have got office in Bangalore itself. We have got office in Mumbai, Hyderabad, Calcutta. So from there, learning from there, and at the same time networking with other organizations, people like you and all, has helped us out. Whatever the things, learnings we get from these big cities, tier 1 cities, if we can bring those things to tier 2 and tier 3 cities, so scaling is a very easy task there, because they are looking for trust, and at the same time, if I can give you the service quality of, say, developed cities or other places, the selling becomes very easy.
So what comes out, I think, from your conversation is trust is the key here. And I guess that's where the name of the organization is also Trustner. So I guess what comes out from our conversation is that trust is the key. And
True.
I guess one of the reasons you have kept the name also of the organization is Trustner. So the values of the organization gets reflected from the name itself.
Yes.
That's interesting. What is even more interesting for me is when I was looking at your journey, I saw that you spent almost a decade in corporate first, primarily in the insurance sector, and then you moved into an entrepreneurial role where you had your proprietorship company. Then it got elevated to an LLP. And then finally it got elevated to Trustner as a group, which has again two subsidiaries, one being the insurance broker and the second is the wealth management. Could you just run us through these transition phases, like how you thought about this and what are the reasons of this entire elevation which we have seen in your journey?
Thank you, Avneet, for asking me that question. Initially when I started, this was also in my mind, if I have to start something big and do good, I need to be in bigger cities, which every advisor think about. But that myth has been broken, because if you look at most of the entrepreneur, big business persons and all, they've come, means cities and other things, they give you infrastructure and others, but it's ultimately how we think. And when I started from Guwahati, the beauty was that I was not having that kind of competition, which people in Mumbai, Delhi, and all these places, they have got the competition because benchmarks are quite on the higher side. For me, even though I started from Guwahati, but thinking my friend circle and other things were up to that level where I was thinking if I can give my clients the service level of Delhi, Mumbai, and other places, miracles can happen. So with that mindset, I started. Even though I belong to that place, say Guwahati, Northeast, people think if someone is from that city, service quality will be different. But we invested a lot while going for these distribution services and others. I have got the help of COFP, Network FP, and other various platforms are there. And if you look at this part, I am one of the few distributors from Northeast who has traveled a lot to across India, wherever training programs and all these things are happening. So I am part of those groups, learning a lot, investing in these things has helped me. And through that, in last 12 years, we have created a niche in our market segment. And that's where we can see if I would have been working in other cities compared to Guwahati, I've got better advantage.
That's very interesting actually. Most of us, I'm not sure how many of us has really visited Northeast as such, the overall region. Could you also elaborate on the clients who are from Northeast? How are they different, if they are, in terms of their behavior or expectations, in terms of their awareness of the financial instruments and the products? How is it different from, let's say, a Tier 1 city like Mumbai or any other Tier 1 city?
It's in Northeast, if you see, I'm not talking about only Guwahati part, because when we talk about Guwahati, Guwahati is the gateway of Northeast. So once you are in Guwahati, you get a bigger market. So if I look at the people of Northeast, there the trust factor is more important. The kind of knowledge and other things or drilling happens in Mumbai, or if you go to Gujarat and other places, people are more technically sound. They ask lots of questions and other things. But people in Northeast or Guwahati specifically, they trust you. If the trust factor is there, they will try to be with you. But trust has to be there. Means something, when they are giving you hard-earned money, they will look at you whether you are trustworthy or not. With facts and figures, lot many things can be sold. I have seen, but the trust that goes beyond investing. We talk about, if you come to our office, we have put a very big thing in a prominent place where we have written it down. Relationship that goes beyond investing. So we talk about relationship. The moment that trust is there, we get good business, and people starts, because everywhere when they are giving you hard money, and they will look at whether you are professional or not, whether you will be doing justice with that money or not. So if they feel it, you get the business. And it's luckily that I started from a place where trust was on the higher side. Luckily we have got the name also, Trustner, so which denotes what kind of business we do. And with that trust factor, we are getting business everywhere. It's not we are limited only to Guwahati now. We have got clients in Bangalore. We have got office in Bangalore itself. We have got office in Mumbai, Hyderabad, Calcutta. So from there, learning from there, and at the same time networking with other organizations, people like you and all, has helped us out. Whatever the things, learnings we get from these big cities, Tier 1 cities, if we can bring those things to Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, so scaling is a very easy task there because they are looking for trust, and at the same time, if I can give you the service quality of, say, developed cities or other places, the selling becomes very easy.
So what comes out, I think, from your conversation is trust is the key here. And I guess that's where the name of the organization is also Trustner. So I guess what comes out from our conversation is that trust is the key. And
True.
I guess one of the reasons you have kept the name also of the organization is Trustner. So the values of the organization gets reflected from the name itself.
Yes.
That's interesting. What is even more interesting for me is when I was looking at your journey, I saw that you spent almost a decade in corporate first, primarily in the insurance sector, and then you moved into an entrepreneurial role where you had your proprietorship company. Then it got elevated to an LLP. And then finally it got elevated to Trustner as a group, which has again two subsidiaries, one being the insurance broker and the second is the wealth management. Could you just run us through these transition phases, like how you thought about this and what are the reasons of this entire elevation which we have seen in your journey?
The thoughts was it's not only started when I was in corporate, but it before, when you can say from childhood. I had read lots of books. Means I am having a habit of reading book, a good book reader. So from there, Rex to Riches stories and all these things were there. We are from business family, so always thinking like my father was having 2 shops, and all in that way my family is running that 25 years, 20 years old, but we are sitting at the same place. एक ही shop से business कर रहे हैं ऐसे करके. So then the thinking was how to become bigger. If I have to go to other states and if I have to go to other countries also, how to go ahead. So with that mindset, I started with corporate, joined the corporates. Ki if I can learn how corporates are functioning, what branch manager does, what regional manager does, what CEO does, and all these things. If I have got the idea, I can implement those things in my own company. With that thinking, I started working with bank. I started with Standard Chartered Bank. And one learning here I can mention you that the learning from father was there. I can change the company, but I cannot change the society. So I have to be honest with the society. So with that mindset, we started. I have never cheated a single client in my life. The first mobile number which I got it in 2002, that single mobile number is still with me. So I have not tried to do anything which is going to hamper me in future growth. So it's always long-term thinking was there. So with that, we started with Standard Chartered Bank, did good. Never thought about the targets. The targets are only, if you look at those targets were for the average numbers. Ki if I have to meet my salary, there is a target. I have always been an achiever because my mindset was something different. Ki I have to learn. Earning will be there, but learning was my main focus. Or earning was different. So I moved to Reliance Life, worked there 4 years and all. Then Tata Air Life. So if I look at those things, if you remember the famous speech of Steve Jobs in Stanford University, where he has told that if you look back the things in, and if you connect the dots, if I connect the dots right now, the way I started my corporate career, then to insurance and all, those things are paying me out now. So with that mindset, we started, and always it was in my mind that I have to do something big. Like my first company, if I to tell you, Standard Chartered Bank. When I joined in 2002, in that year, it was celebrating 150 years of their existence. So 150 years of existence. Who started Standard Chartered Bank? We don't know. Who started Saint-Gobain? Who started Nestle? And all these things. But those companies are still going on. So why we can't start a company like that where legacy can be built up? So through that 12 years of my corporate career, I met many persons who had influenced me, and those influences I still carry. I have tried in my organization because when I started, say, solo entrepreneur and all, from that moment, even though we started single steps in a smaller way, but thinking was always there that I have to take it to a different level. So with that, entrepreneur, then to LLP, limited, then to again Trustner Asset Services. Trustner Asset Services, we got it in 2022. Then 2023 December. After that, last year we got the license of Trustner Insurance Broker. The Trustner Insurance Broker is the first and right now only insurance broker from Northeast region. So from 7 states, if I include Sikkim, it's 8 states. Not a single insurance brokers were there. Why? Because lots of regulations and lots of compliances and all these things people are thinking, and in that way no one thought about. So my part was, if I have to grow bigger, why to stop anywhere? Why not to? Because if I have got that partner, that law of attraction, manifestation, and all these things, I do firmly believe on those things. So if I have got the ambition to grow, people will come in between. People will come and they will help us out. So with that, we started Trustner Insurance Broker last year. This year, again, we thought, if I have to grow again bigger, how Tata Sons, Tata Group Company, Bajaj and all these things, they are operating, how they are doing. With that mindset, I formed a company that is Trustner Group, where both the entity, Trustner Asset Services and Trustner Insurance Broker, are so 100% owned by Trustner Group. So whatever the companies will be bringing, those companies will be under Trustner Group. And in that way, we are thinking of going bigger and bigger, because it's a visionary, an entrepreneur or any person has to be a visionary person. Difficulties will be there. Difficulties, I will not say this journey of last 12 years with this mutual means entrepreneur journey, and before that corporate journey has been so very smooth. No, but that believe in yourself and thinking something extraordinary. We do not know from where the power will come up, but yes, we have to believe in our dreams. And with that dream, I do believe that someone somewhere upside your God is there who is going to bless us. Just I need to ask something. Most of the time, we do not ask.
That's very true that we don't. Most of the times we don't ask. We are very afraid to ask
Yes.
in the first place. In fact, I was reading one of your recent LinkedIn post where you were talking about having a bigger vision, and you also spoke about that the grind is not in the journey to reach your vision. The grind is the vision.
True.
Could you just elaborate on that thought, please?
Yes. It is something like your best is yet to come. So when you believe, na, कि wherever you have reached it till now means again the moment we got Trustner Group, private limited firm and insurance broking, initially we were thinking if I get the Trustner insurance broker, everything will be good. Then bigger challenge comes. Again, when we got the Trustner Group part, because getting Trustner Group, it was also a big challenge because there were some issues. MCA was allowing us to go ahead with Trustner Holding Company. They were not allowing Trustner Group Company. But again, we fought and all this. So we got Trustner Group Company. We got all this sorted. So now the bigger challenge is coming up, how to go beyond our territories. Now, last year we started with Bangalore office, Calcutta office, Hyderabad was already there. This year we started from Mumbai also. So again, once you reach this level, again a bigger journey comes up. So I drive this vision from, say, industry leaders like Tata, the Reliance and all. Once they reach at a place, their next target is something bigger and bigger. So why we should stop?
Absolutely true. Why should we stop?
And in between, I can tell you, people like you, people like other friends, I don't know, but God will give you. If we need to be trained or we need to be grind so that the next maturity comes up, the God will give us that hardship also, so that we get prepared for the next journey. If everything comes in the platter, we will not have the maturity. So that for those maturity and all, we need to have that grinding part, and we should not give it up. Never say die attitude. We need to have. I'll give you one more example out here. When GST was means up to 20 lakhs of income, we do not need to file GST. Earlier it was.
Right.
Now we need to pay. So when I was trying, many of the people have got multiple ARN. They were having. I was thinking, today it's I can save a tax for 1 or 2 years, but going forward, when I grow bigger and bigger, this 20 lakhs ceiling, I'll be breaching it somewhere. So why to stop there? Again, in many of the cases, people think if I hire more than 20 people, this PPF issue EPF will come up, then giving them group medical policy, gratuity and all these things will come up, how to manage those things. ठीक है ना, करना है तो करना है. Why to think about those things? Because if I have to grow bigger, आगे बढ़ना है तो I have to go through all these things. And people are there, accountants are there, HR managers, so all those things are there. Compliance को follow करते हुए आगे जाना है, but we will be able to do it. So those grindings are required, regulators.
Since you mentioned about people, currently you have 100 plus team members in your organization, and it's a huge team to manage, of course. But let me just take a step back from the current situation. While you were moving from a solopreneur to LLP, an organization structure, I want to know a bit more in terms of how did you thought about building a team? And I'll tell you the context from where I'm coming. People who are starting off new in this industry, they are starting their practice. Most of the times what we see is that once they become solopreneurs, the transition from there to get into an organization, it's not at all easy. And one of the biggest challenge what they have is that how do we get the right people in our organization who can help us grow the organization further. So what was the thought you had? How did you went ahead with this challenge? If you can share some insights on it, and get those people onboarded in your organization.
From the day one, when I started my career, or before that, when I was in corporate also, I can tell you, even though I was getting salary for my work and I was not allowed to have assistant, I was having assistant for my work. When I was sales manager with Reliance Life and Tata Air Life, I was branch head, regional manager. I was having personal assistant. Why? Because I know sale करने से पैसा आता है. For rest of the things where my talents are not required, I can delegate the things and my person or people can do it. So form fill up, following up on referrals and other things, my team were doing. They were doing. I was the front face. पहले से ही माइंड में बना के रखा था कि सेल करना, या if I have to present our company somewhere, so उसके लिए I'll be there. But anything which can be delegated or can be done by my team, I will help the team to manage those things. And if you look at the journey of other people, say Dhirubhai Ambani has been a big motivator for me. If he would have tried to do all these things to himself, possible hota? Nahi hota. So at initial stage, he did certain things, but as and when he started growing, he was having a team of people who were managing with regulators, accounts and other things. So he was a visionary leader. I draw the things from him and other people also, where from starting point was there ki to manage day-to-day activities, to grow bigger in life, I'll require people, and that's where we started. Means mindset has to be there. It's not me alone. Solopreneur, most of the solopreneur try कि ठीक है, if I hire a different person, मेरा cost बढ़ जाएगा. Yes, costing will be there. But if you look at the bigger picture na, what is the purpose? If my purpose is well defined, where I want to go, then all these difficulties na, we can manage. So when we do the financial planning of our clients, long-term financial planning and other things, why we are not doing our financial planning? With this part, I can give you an example. When we talk about many of our next generation mutual fund distributors, next generation, they are working somewhere else. They are not trying to come to us. Why? Because they do not see the value addition daily putting, because our team size is small, and if they come, what will they do in that way? So for me, 2 years back, when we were sitting in a small office, that was 2,000 square feet office, 40 employees were there, 2.5 years back. At that point of time, my daughter, she was saying, "Okay, once I complete the graduation and all, I'll work with different company." She was not interested in our company. Okay, like for other fellow distributors, also same thing happens. The moment we shifted to a bigger corporate office, exactly February 2024, and we started hiring people, the vibrancy came, and team size started growing. She has said ki nahi, now this is my company. This is my company, and we will. She has to manage. With that, in class 9 only, she took commerce stream. After a few years, I'll be managing. This summer, last month, she did a 1 month training in our office. In fact, she was there, give me appointment letter. I am there as an employee. She got the salary last week. So in that way, she was thinking, this is my company. I'll not be a nepotism kind of thing. I'll come with full knowledge part. She is in class 11. So class 11, and she is saying this is my company and all. So when my daughter, 2 years back, when she was looking at our office, nahi, ye nahi hoga, ye nahi hoga. but now she has started seeing yes, she can be a contributor, she can see the future and all. So in that way, entrepreneur journey, when we started, if I do not have the vision for long term, it's very difficult. And hiring people, if you go with the hiring people, when we started hiring, getting the first employee is a very difficult task.
True.
And we may not get that first employee from the natural market, from the corporate and others. First employee will come through the natural market only, means referral or someone who knows you and all. So we started with that part. Mindset was very clear. Okay, first 2-3 years we will get the people who may not be competent enough, but they have got the integrity. And we got the people. We started working with them. Many of the wrong hirings were also there. But yes, we started that journey. Slowly when the team size started growing, now if I look at today, we have got people who left regional manager post from banks, even circle head from bank. Many of the people who were there, branch manager, area manager, I am getting an offer right now, means if I can offer him, he will be leaving his national head post also, position also. So they also want to associate with company who is growing.
Right. So I completely agree with you, and it's very interesting that it's not only your vision, but you have actually passed on your vision to your daughter as well and made it even more grandeur. But coming back to the employee part of it, when you are mentioning that of course, it's a difficult task to hire the first employee, but afterwards also, let's say building a team of 10 people, 15 people, 20 people, there's a moment when you need to corporatize that entire thing. You have to build SOPs, you have to build processes. How did you build that? Do you have any set of SOPs which needs to be followed by the employees, and then ensuring that everybody is getting fairly treated, properly managed? If you can share some insights on those aspects, I think that will be really helpful for our audience.
Yes. So from day one, we cannot be 100% correct. When we started, I was not having any SOPs, no hiring guideline, no appointment letter and other things. So slowly we started. Then we tried to corporatize from 2 to 5 people, 5 to 10 people. So in that way, but one thing is that your first employee or second whatever employees, they need to see the vision in you. Because if I am not a visionary leader, they will not trust, because they also want their career to move on. If they are so very competent, and if I am not giving them career opportunities, why they will stay with us? They will leave and go to other companies. So I need to guide their aspirations. My aspirations are there. They also have got the aspirations. So I need to guide and channelize their aspirations also. When they see, yes, this company is growing, and at the same time they are also growing. So those things. And regarding this SOP part, KRA, KPI and all, we were not having 2 years back. Till 2 years back, it was only verbal communication. Up to that point, it was okay. But now, as we have moved, we have got people, good people from corporates. We have got 2 HR managers. So one HR manager was there 2.5 years back. She has been elevated to other position. So we are getting people where everything like probation period, confirmation, salary, sleep, all these things, whatever the professionals a corporate company can give, we are giving. In fact, we try to sometime better than that also, where I can say, give you an example. With the arrival of AI, ChatGPT, Claude and all, forming these HR policies has become very easy. Just we need to say what we want, and all those things are there. For implementation part, yes, as because I have got team members who are implementing here, so things has become very easy. 3 years back, I was not having anything, but yes, confidence was there, vision was there, कि आज नहीं है कोई बात नहीं, आगे होगा. डे वन में आई कैन नॉट बी परफेक्ट, बट आगे करना है, येस करना है. दैट मीन्स समहाउ ना that whatever the strategy you plan, entrepreneur needs to have that keen in somehow I'll be able to do it. Everything will not go as per plan, but that fire in you plus believe in yourself कि yes कुछ भी हो जाएगा. There is someone, ऊपर वाला है and all this, हो जाता है. So that belief in ourselves has to be there.
That's true actually. So my key take from here is that what I understood from the conversation is that you have to keep evolving yourself. You are going on a longer path. It's a long journey. You might have to maneuver through different paths over this period. But eventually, if you want to reach the goal and the vision, what you are thinking in your mind, be open to updating yourself, upgrading yourself. In fact, you mentioned in the earlier conversation also that you traveled outside Northeast to all these training programs, retreats, and other places to gain maximum knowledge and exposure. And you also mentioned that all the hiring, since we are talking about people and hiring, so all the people which you hired were probably not the right ones as per your organization needs. There has been instances of some wrong hires as well. How did you manage that wrong hires? I mean, that's another challenge, I'm
100%.
sure. So when you have realized that this is not the person or the values are not getting aligned with the organization, how do you manage that situation?
Look, because of my previous experience with corporates and others, we cannot have 100% right hiring.
Yes.
Hiring will go wrong. If I have to get 3 quality people, I need to have 10 hiring. 5 will go in 3-4 months time, and in that way. So it's not you have hired 2 people and those 2 people they are going to stay with you for longer, because I also worked with some other companies. I also left in between. So if wrong hiring is coming up, we have to accept it and learn from that. Not learning from those mistakes will be a mistake. We will be doing mistakes, but not the similar mistakes. We have done wrong hirings. We have done hiring on the basis of recommendation of others. There were some time when a senior person joined and he said, I need this many people. We hired 15-20 people under him. And now from those 15 people, we have got only 2 people left. So those 13 people, they have not given a revenue of a single month, but we have paid them salary. So those things, and these are good that we have got the learnings at this moment, because when we grow higher and higher, we may not be repeating those mistakes. So that these wrong hirings or anything, आपको रुकना नहीं है. We should not stop, because if I keep repenting ना कि ये wrong hiring हो गया, वो हो गया, I'll be demotivated. And when it's a first generation entrepreneurial firm, whom to look back? So मुझे खुद को motivate करके आगे बढ़ना है. And one more thing we have to see कि if we stop hiring, we may stop growing also.
True. That is also true. So we have to hire. That's important for your growth. And there could be situations where things might not go as you plan. Then you have to learn from those mistakes. And then, like I said, you have to maneuver your way. But ultimately, if you need that growth, hiring has to be there, team has to be there. That brings me to my last question for today's interview is, so from solopreneur to LLP to Trustner Group, what's next?
Right. Next, yet to come. We are always work in progress. And एक चीज़ होता है, even say tomorrow I'll reach to a certain level, उसके बाद रुक जाऊंगा क्या? रुकना तो है नहीं, because I don't know where my best lies. Yes, we have got plans of listing ourselves. We have got plans of getting funding and others. So lot many plans are there. Accordingly, we are working. But होता ना कि अपना बेस्ट डालते रहना है. एक और चीज which we missed out somewhere. When we start hiring people ना, we always think कि if I hire a person and वो person मुझे छोड़ के चला गया and he becomes my competitor, what will happen? Because most of the people in our profession has got that apprehension. वो मेरा कंप्यूटर बन सकता है, ये बन जाएगा, वो म्यूचुअल फंड स्टार्ट कर देगा. Then I ask a question. There are many people who have left ICICI Bank and HDFC Bank. How many of them started ICICI or HDFC Bank? Why not? Because they are not easy to replicate. When we are easy to replicate, people will come and they say कि अरे ये जो कर रहा है, I can also do. That we need to have something professionalism, and my value addition should be in such a way that it should be difficult to replicate. Yes, there are people who are better than me. I do not have doubt on that. But मैं अपने आप में better क्या कर सकता हूँ? Whether I am institutionalizing myself or not. And इसमें अपना professionalism, because एक और चीज़ है, when someone is giving his hard-earned money, am I showing the professionalism or just it's a time pass job for me? If someone is giving me serious money, I need to be serious about that part. And when people see that this person is growing, but growing only, not caring about the people or not caring about the clients will be a difficult thing. So I have built up a system where each and every client, we have got handholding system, we have got RMs. The clients who were earlier associated with me, I have not, they are not orphan now. They can call me up, they do give me call, but at the same time they have got a support system. So if we start knowing all these things, managing the team, managing the people, we can grow to any level. So we are trying, and best is yet to come.
Sure. We are also waiting to see the next journey of yours. Before we wrap it up, we have our rapid fire round.
Yes.
So few quick questions and quick answers with it. So first one hiring mistake every entrepreneur should avoid.
You should not let be in hiding, because mistakes will be there, and you cannot be perfect from day one. So make the mistake, but don't repeat it.
Okay. One habit that every team leader should develop.
Delegating and trusting your team, because if you do not trust, they will not be able to develop. Sometimes you have to vanish from, means आपको गायब हो जाना पड़ेगा उस time से. So your team, they have got a potential. You need to trust and empower them so that they also can take the decision. If they are doing the wrong decision, guide them. We normally, what we do, catch the people doing the wrong thing. Instead of that, I have got a learning, catch people doing the right thing. If they are doing the right thing, appreciate them. The moment you appreciate one, others will, नहीं ये अच्छा काम करने से appreciate मिलता है, so they will try to do the good thing. So trust your team.
Okay. One book that changed your leadership thinking.
Magic of Thinking Big.
One business metric you track every week.
SIP numbers.
Of course. If you had to restart today with 0 clients, what would you do in the first 90 days?
A totally fintech company with relationship. Fintech, because now with the advent of all this artificial intelligence and all, I'll have the robust model, and then the relationship, because AI will give me the platform and others. That relationship, they cannot take it out. So I'll be more stronger and more on this relationship part, and at the same time back office and all these things can be handled with the artificial intelligence, AI and also I'll not be worried about how to for operational part and others. I'll be more on the field and looking for bigger relations.
The last one. One piece of advice for all the practitioners who are watching this podcast today.
Think big, and like we do the planning for our clients, let us have the plan of ours where we want to be in 5 or 10 years time. Invest in our own business.
So I think that's been a key takeaway for me as well personally. So you have to think big and keep evolving, keep making mistakes, keep learning, and still keep growing. Thank you so much, Mr. Ram, for taking a time out for this conversation. It was a wonderful conversation to have you with us today. And I hope all the people who have watched this podcast has also enjoyed this conversation like me. Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone.